Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to see you're back or you're joining us for the first time. But regardless, we're back on Evan's Remains. It's your boy, Ethan, and we're back. We're playing the game. It's time to finish it today and find out what the heck is going on, because I'm still a bit confused. It's a bit more of a somber, bit of a sad, feeling right now, playing the game. It took a little bit of a sad turn, and we don't really know what's gonna happen. I mean, I still really can't, you know, necessarily feel for them, because I just don't know what's going on. They didn't get me engaged in the game. It was kind of like a big abrupt reveal, you know. But I'm willing to see where we're going. I'm ready to see where we're going here. And yeah, so we found out that this guy is Evan, alright? I don't necessarily know. Maybe we'll get revealed in this last part. But I don't know why the game's called Evan's Remains. I mean, I know we're searching for Evan, but... Oh, well, no, because he left us these things. Okay, never mind. That makes sense. He kind of left us, he was kind of the guy behind everything, I believe. Helping us out and stuff like that. But, yeah. We're, trying to figure out what's going on here. How do we get up there? We need this thing gone. Alright, so we're gonna go... Oh yeah, just go here, I guess. Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know where we're going here. I don't know if we're gonna have to redo kind of all these parkours, because I'm pretty sure we've already played through these. This here. Go here. Go here. And then boom. Too easy. You already know. Yeah, let me know how you guys are enjoying this. This is kind of the first story game we've played. Same with kind of platforming. But yeah, I don't know. I think after this, well, let's figure out what's going on here real quick. Is he completing all the monoliths here? Finding out the message. We still don't know if this is in the past or not. I think this was in the past. So, what's the conclusion? This time, let's see. Eternal is the sun, a sacred place is not, nor will become eternal he who looks for eternity, because the same man who on this land all ego abandons will know the search of it meaning lacks. Was that the same message as last time? Only consciousness was and is forever, my endless true eternity. Yeah, I don't know if that was the same as last time, and I assume it was, but... what is that supposed to mean? That it doesn't exist? Nah, I must have read it wrong. Eternal is not normal. Yeah, okay, read it again, right? What am I supposed to do? Clover. Uh-oh. Right, because he collapsed. So is Clover... What's going on with Clover, man? I mean, he's definitely my favorite character so far, but... See, Vincent? I don't know what kind of fool you take me for. You don't need to be a genius to realize you're hiding from something. If I win, I want you to go back and face it. Right. That's what he said to Evan. Well, Vincent was his alias, but... So are we gonna go back and face that thing? Or are we gonna figure out what the heck happened to Clover? Did Clover die? Getting a call. Ring, ring. Hello? I was wondering if we can meet, please. Who is this? It's me. Who? You gotta be kidding me. Vincent, is that you? I'm not gonna lie here. I was pretty sure you were dead. At this point, I know you probably... I really need to talk to you. Talking right now, aren't we? Face to face. I want to settle this once and for all. Where are you? Write it down, the following coordinates. Okay, so if this happened beforehand, then he put him up to this, but yeah, I'm not really sure right now. What is going on? Is this just me? Am I just being stupid? Isn't the prodigy the most brilliant and promising mind the world has ever known? He who will guide humanity to a better world. Are you done? He doesn't really seem like that. Evan over here. Have you been here all this time? What the heck is this place anyway? Are you gonna tell me why you brought me here? I want to reveal the truth. Oh, you were serious. Let me get this straight, Vincent. You're returning to me what is mine? It's the least an author can demand, right? After all these years, you're just gonna show up all of a sudden and you deem to know what you should have done from the start? Were you expecting a prize or something? Dude, you're something else, alright? You're still acting like I'm the one responsible for this. I was the only Evan. You're as much a part of this as me. Why then was revealing the truth my responsibility? Sorry if I'm skipping too fast. What was stopping you? You could have spoken up at any time, but you kept quiet, and you did exactly the same thing I did. You want to know the teeny little difference, my old friend? You were the face. Let me ask you something. What did you think would happen if Andre Ager decides to reveal the truth to the world? It'd just be one of those tabloids where an ex-employee from Area 51 reveals top secret info. Out of how plausible the testimony, the man never has proof. People don't believe him. Is it because he's lying? Most likely, but in many cases, it's the other way around. Of course, the government won't keep files in his name. Of course, they'd scrub every last shred of evidence suggesting he ever worked there. Absence of proof paradoxically becomes the proof. I'm not lying, I did work there, but they erased all the files, and then my memories. Ring any bells? My name doesn't mean anything. However, if Mr. Evan Goldstein himself comes out and says something different, that'd be a story. And you know how people love faces. The story of the poor orphan kid who becomes a brilliant millionaire and wins everyone's heart. They don't seem to realize they've been told the same old story over and over again, and so they always fall for it. I'm sure they would believe any nonsense that comes out of your mouth. We're doomed as a species, no doubt about it. I may be more Evan than you, but as far as people are concerned, you and only you are Evan. So is he just referring to Evan is a personality here, more of like he's it's a figurehead almost, like a symbol of kind of, you know, what he represents. And then whatever this company, you know, took it away from him. Said you just ran away. You ran away, taking everything that should have been mine. Seems as you weren't so upset with what they created after all. Do you think I enjoyed doing that? Do you think I had a good time seeing that? Do you think I didn't feel like the scum of the earth? The slightest clue the hell I've been through since then? Why do you think I ran away? I couldn't take being a part of that anymore. You could talk to me. We could find a way. Why do you think I brought you here? I know I should have done it sooner, but I couldn't, Andre. I couldn't. You're keeping an eye on me more than you. I was the public figure after all, and I was so little I could barely understand what was going on. I didn't know who to call for help. I didn't have anyone. So scared. That's about to change. Don't you get it, Andre? It was never about us. I'm not your enemy, nor are you mine. You have enemy in Condiment, the ones who put us through all this, the ones who created Evan, and I'm sure they also wanted us to separate us, to sow resentment between us, to keep us silent, to keep us alone in the world. This is what they always wanted. So right, it's Upbring, right? Is that the company? So they're the big bad. They're the guys. But how are we gonna take him down? Are we gonna take him down, or are we just gonna live on the island forever? We'll see. They're gonna keep doing what they want. I didn't bring you here to keep fighting. So what do you plan to do? Hold some press conference and spit everything out? Do you think that scenario ends with you alive and breathing? They'll chase you forever, you know how that ends. I know, and I don't care. I've got nothing left to lose. Don't worry, I won't mention you. Toss my name in too. What? If you're going to sink Upbring, we have to do it right. I'm in. Whatever it takes to tear them apart. Though they're so large, it might not make any difference. Andre, I guess I'm not the only one who's changed. What I'm trying to say here is, for all the pain I've caused, I just wanted to say that from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. I thought those words would never come out of your mouth. Are you feeling okay? Did you go to some spiritual retreat and find yourself? Seriously? Where are we? Well, actually, it's a long story. I think we've exhausted Nicola's patience. Well, alright, I'm sorry to say, it really is a very long story, so I'd settle in. Alright, came here because it is believed that this island keeps the secret of eternal life. See the line of monoliths that goes all along the seashore. They're hieroglyphs and yes, right, it's a secret base, something or other. The immortality thing is a lie, yep. Yeah, I can't perform miracles. Just joking, I'm not being completely honest with you. I can't perform miracles. That doesn't mean you're gonna like what I have to suggest. What is the plan? Yeah, right. Right. Message. Okay. It's perfect. Somewhat long, don't you think? We could make some changes. We could modify the message. Yeah, so I was right. It was not the same. They're making changes, and this is beforehand, and then Clover and Dices go and find it. I think they all do it for Clover and Dices, I guess, but yeah, let me see if they say anything why they're doing it. I didn't say anything about rewriting them. Wait here. This guy's got a goofy walk. Where are you going, bruh? Vincent, come here. What is he up to? Oh, he's gonna change the levels or something. Look at this. Yeah, he just changed it. Look closer. Whoa, dude. Change them? One from our left is now to our right and vice versa. Okay, so it's just kind of, they just switch some things up. Eternal as this. So wait, is this the original one? Eternal is the sun, our sacred place is not. Nor will become eternal he who looks for eternity, because the same man who on this land all ego abandons, we know the search of it, meaning lacks, only consciousness was and is forever my endless true eternity. So it's saying only consciousness, and you can't become eternal as the sun. It's not a sacred place, nor will become eternal he who looks for eternity, I guess. I don't know. So eternal is my son, and eternal will become he who not abandons our sacred place, because only on this land the same man. Right, so that's the original one. 28 monoliths, 28 words. Notice that I'm only changing the order of some words or repeating them. Finally, I discard the unnecessary one. Eternal is my son, and eternal will become he who not abandons our sacred place, because only this land, blah, 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 blah. I still don't get why we'd want to do that. Look, I've got an idea. Why don't you let me do the talking and keep your questions for the end? Go on, your friend Clover, right? What's it you want most above all things? To not die. Vincent, you really suck at this. Based on your description, Clover only cares about one thing, his sister. It doesn't matter if he saves himself or not. He just cares about saving Dices. And what we could do is give him that precisely, or more accurate, we could make him believe that. Right, so this is where I guess they send Dices to the island. In order for her to meet Clover. But what the heck happened to Clover? Did he just freaking die? Let me tell you this now. We can't save him, neither him nor her. They're on death's doorsteps already. There's nothing we can make them believe the opposite. Imagine the following scenario. You go back to Clover's house with the notebook in your hands. You tell him, Clover, it's real. The legend is real. You give him the notebook, and you give him the artifact. You have to take care of Dice in the meantime. Clover filled with hope. If they say that isn't actually Dices or something, and that the time stuff didn't actually happen, this is gonna be kind of whack. So I decipher the message, monolith, because it said they couldn't save Dices either. Remember, though, that isn't the original message, but ours. Anyway, during his journey, Clover discovers something else. It's a girl who's also looking for something there. Girl decides to join in the search, and they become close. Clover completes the message. He learns that the whole island is the act, and the immortality is granted by the island from the moment he steps on shows. A bit of disappointment sinks to Clover. Now he knows that the artifact is not something you take on this. Suddenly, the girl so their theory that it wasn't immortality, but rather that the island exists outside of time as we know it. Time doesn't pass normally on the island, and as a result, hours, days, months, and years didn't pass, making everything and everyone on it unaging, immortal, and eternal. That's when the girl also discovered that she is actually Dice's, Clover's sister, who had been sent by you. The temporary gap that was generated because, remember, Clover arrived first. Dice was able to reach his age outside the island and then head 3 years later. Clover obviously doesn't notice the span of years because he was on the island the whole time. In any case, getting back to the story. So is she just some random girl and she was an actor? And just when Clover thought everything was lost, he realizes that what he's been looking for has been right in front of him the entire time. Dustus also reveals that she was never sick in the first place. Clover, seeing that his sister's grown, living alive, that she's alright, and they can still keep seeing one another as long as he stays there, he becomes happy. All of his worries vanish, a smile spreads across his face, decides to stay and live on the island, to postpone his death forever. His following days are happy. The perfect dice visit him from time to time until the day comes when Clover eventually dies. But he dies believing everything, he dies happy. It's beautiful, fantastic. The audience cries, laughs, cue the applause. What do you think? It's all just came to me. Brilliant, isn't it? As if it was the ending of some emotional video. And ha ha ha, you're so funny. Well, unfortunately, at least for me, and I don't want to rain on anyone's parade. Maybe this is more of an emotional thing for some other things, and I'm just not that super emotional. It has to be very compelling in order for me to, cry, let alone tear up. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt it was too abrupt, and it wasn't necessarily like, oh, it was the big reveal, holy crap. I just didn't know what the frick was going on in the game. There was so much dialogue, so much things being said that weren't necessarily meaningful that I just couldn't get into it as much. So I mean, I feel bad, it definitely has more of a sad tone to it. I don't know. It isn't super emotional for me, and I won't take that away from the game just because of my personal experience, but in my review. But I mean, let me know. Was it more of an emotional thing for you guys? Would you guys even have cried at this game? Was it a sad kind of thing, or did I ruin the whole experience by skipping most of the dialogue? I mean, just let me know. Yeah. Anyway. It's the most twisted thing I've ever heard. I knew you wouldn't like it. You never liked my ideas. Just listen to what you're saying. It's absurd. Vincent, look at this place. Eternal life, an ancient civilization. Do you think it's already absurd enough? I mean, I guess this makes it a lot simpler, right? Is all this stuff is just made up. It's just, I mean, I don't even know why these monoliths are here in the first place. I don't know if this is from the original upbringing being here, but so it's just pretty much all a lie, and they just did it to help Clover in his final moments. Although the big issue here is Dices isn't Dices, right? And his sister's still gonna die. So realistically, it is kind of just sad that, I mean, I guess Clover gets to die happy, but they're both gonna end up dying. I don't know. Worthy end, full of adventure and emotion, and die believing a lie. See, I mean, it's a happy end for him, but not really a happy end for us. Look, Vincent, I'm sure that today someone died believing you're a genius. It was their truth their whole life. The truth only ceases to be true when you find out it's a lie, and Clover never find out. Although it won't be the truth for us, it will be for him, even though if that truth just lasts an ephemeral moment. You can decorate it as much as you like. A lie is a lie, and it's not right. Doesn't feel right. I want to believe everyone deserves a happy ending, and suddenly that's not right. Our whole lives are a lie. What's the difference? Do you want to do something for Clover? No. Did you say you'd do anything for him? Let me recall. What was the other option? Oh yeah, leave him to die at home with the baby, who also dies in absolute solitude. But anyway, I'm not going to judge you. It is your decision. Okay, the timeline's not making sense. Dice isn't like a kid, and so he said baby. But he said there was like 3 years that passed. I mean, it must have not been 3 years. They must be saying like it was like 10 or like 15 years. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to judge you. It is your decision after all. He's going to say, wait, I'll do it. Aren't you gonna join poor Clover on his final days? Time passes while we ponder. Wait, yes, the message. Your message is shorter than the original. What are you gonna do with the remaining monoliths? You'd be surprised. All of the problems that high-powered explosives can solve. You're gonna blow them up? What? Afraid someone's gonna hear us? We're in the middle of nowhere. The girl. Who's the girl? Who's Dices? An actress? No idea. We'll find someone. Promise me. Promise me whoever she is. She agrees with all this. Let her know all the details. I promise. Andre, do you really believe something like this could work out? I don't have the slightest idea. Do you know how much I indulge in making an idea come true when it takes hold? I hope you know what you're doing. Let me... Oh no, leave me to do it. I'll take care of all the island business. You make sure to convince Clover to come here and to take care of the baby. And when this is all over, we'll bring together like old teams. You can trust me. See, but I don't understand. I swear, like, when she was alone, she was, like, thinking things like that. Like, it really seemed like she didn't know. So maybe they get someone, they gaslight her into it. I don't even know. But, what's going on? Oh, okay, so we're back with Clover collapse, right? Where am I? These sheets. I'm not at home, but I feel like I am. Like, my head hurts. I don't know how I got here. Last thing I remember is doing that whole act in front of Clover. Oh, yay. Listen. I was gonna give you your flowers. Evan's remains. All right, it was actually decent, but I'm really not liking this ending. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, it's cool for Clover, but not for us. Why are we gonna be happy? So it was all an act. I mean, she seemed like she was pretty. I mean, apparently she's a pretty freaking good actor. She's convinced herself, but. Everything we did, all the monoliths, it was just the act for Clover. And I mean, it's a kind of a cool thing, but like in the end, nothing in the real world, nothing happened. It's like freaking, you know, this happens in movies, but it's like in freaking Naruto when they have the like the what's it called, like the infinite Tsukiyomi, and it's you know, and they all live in like their perfect lives in these dream worlds and stuff. But it's not actually real. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's similar to that, but Clover's gonna die anyway, so I mean, I guess it's a good thing, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me. Yeah, I mean, let me know if you guys think different, but I'm not a fan. We'll see if it finishes off strong and changes something, but we'll see. Right, Clover, I need to see if he's alright. I mean, she definitely seems to have a kind of attachment to him. We never found out where we got it from. I don't know if we ever will. So much light. So bright. Is it gonna be Clover? Is it... Oh. Oh, I was just about to say, is it a gravestone? No, Clover. I always thought I had everything. Everything anybody could ever want. Money, fame, power. Funny thing is, when I disappeared, no one really cared. It was all over the news, sure, but there wasn't anyone genuinely worried about me. No one wondering if I was okay, and honestly, I don't blame them. But it was when I asked the neighbors about you that I realized that actually, I never had anything. Rest in peace, friend. Rest in peace, Dices. Oh, his sister as well. I think you just woke up. So what? So she's dead too, the baby? The fear? Ay. I mean, it's just sad because they're dying, but like, why they gotta do this, man? I mean, I just feel bad for them, man. Diseases suck, man. Freaking cancer and all them terminal disease, they suck. Really do. Hey, if any of you guys are struggling with that, you know, let me know. You got my full support, alright? I'm always behind you, and you'll get through it, alright? I believe in you. Keep fighting until the end. And if you win, then I'm really happy for you. I'm proud of you. And continue moving on in life. Be the best that you can be, no matter what. Always keep moving. Just remember that. Little life lesson from me. Don't tell me you don't find it strange. What? Him dying at such a convenient moment. Too convenient, I say. If it had happened just a few hours earlier, everything would have gone to waste. How did you know so precisely when it would happen? Yeah, I didn't. So I told you, he poisoned him. I literally said in the moment. I don't know how I feel. I didn't want to give him a couple more days. Great heavens. That's reassuring. Oh, good. Now are you gonna start preaching to me about right and wrong too? What? You looking at me like that? Hey, I just lied to him. He lied to the whole world. He deserved a little punishment, didn't he? Besides, he went to talk to her. He'll find out eventually. Think he'll get bad? Of course he will. But then I'll remember that my way of doing things once again worked, and I'll forget about it. Want to ask you something? Do you really believe that if she had known everything from the start, her connection with Clover would have been as authentic as it was? Nobody wants to be part of a farce. I didn't force anyone to do anything. She saw all his plan, and lying to him was the least she could do. She decided to do it, but it's not about lying or telling the truth, nor is it about doing the right thing or the wrong thing. It's about getting results, but I guess it's easier to just call me the movie's villain. Well, I would say you're the villain, especially since you poisoned him. That was a bit dirtier. You couldn't let him live a few more days. Even a few more days is a gift. All right. I don't know. This guy, I don't really like this guy. I mean, sure, he provided a good experience for Clover, and that was good. But I'm sure there was better ways of going about it. I'm sure there was. He didn't even get. I mean, I guess he died thinking that his dices, but wouldn't it have been better? I think it would have been better for him to spend his last days with his real sister. But his sister, maybe a baby, but his sister died alone. And that's really the biggest sad part about this is the fact that they did die. And that's the sad part. So I don't agree with you, mister. I think you should have given them, even though it might have been tough, just you should have given them brother and sister last moments together. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Guess we all have our little lies. Evans remains. Game done. I will say, I think there's a little bit after this where they actually dice this and, fate dice this and Evan talk. But listen, thoughts at the end of the game. Visuals, very solid. I mean, even beautiful. Music, pretty nice. Not necessarily, out of the park, but definitely kept the mood, and was nice to play the parkour levels. And I'll go into detail in my review, but yeah, I mean, definitely presented some strong themes. Definitely a sad theme to it, and yeah, I mean, I'll really go over this a lot in my review, but I think there's definitely a couple of things we can take from this this game, and that's good, right? That's all you want, is if you can take a couple life lessons or even a couple just takeaways. That's good. It didn't necessarily move the soul. Wasn't necessarily life-changing, the advice. It was fun. It was fun in the end, I guess. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this game. Let me know if if you guys enjoyed it more than I did. I would say I still like the game. I don't think it was a bad game, but I definitely think parts where it could be improved big time. But yeah, not to poop on the game at all, but yeah, so there it is, game done. As we roll through the credits, hopefully we'll have a final scene here, and yeah, hopefully they'll wrap everything up. I think I'm still, one of the biggest issues is they mentioned so much dialogue. They had so much dialogue talking about so much stuff, and now we find out that it didn't even matter, because she was an actor the entire time. And so when she was sitting there having dialogue with her own thoughts, there was no reason. Why was she having dialogue with her own thoughts, or going on this long session. I don't know. It's yeah, way too confusing, way too much dialogue. And again, I gotta stop. I'll go over this in the review. I will go ahead and skip ahead to the last little part here. I'll see you in a sec. And here we are. Revealed. What is this place? It's where everything changed for me. I hid in a small town near this island when I needed to vanish. I see. But how did you find this place? Is this beforehand? By accident, really. I was looking for somewhere off-grid, totally disconnected. I didn't want anyone to recognize me, so I started visiting islands in the middle of the Pacific, little towns, which eventually led me to discover this island. Well, what better place to disappear than a tropical oasis, okay? Why did you bring me here? I want you to meet someone very special to me. Follow me. Oh, what is this thing? It looks like something out of an ancient history documentary. It's the ancient monolith. Well, this one isn't ancient since Andre recreated it for our message. It says something, kind of like a hieroglyph, basically, but you get to interact with it, kind of like a game or a giant puzzle. No way, I love puzzles. Can I try? Yes, slow down there. Let me show you how it's done. Follow me, but watch your step. Alright. I guess we got a final puzzle here. Yeah, shoot. How the heck? Right? With ease. I assume these guys are backers here. Just people who worked on the game. Hey, I didn't know you had a knack for solving cryptic ancient puzzles. Give me the treasure if you don't want to lose your heads, huh? The heck is going on? Who's that? How dare you speak like that in front of one of the most legendary pirates of modern times? The great Maisie K. Kendrick demands you hand the treasure over to me. What is she talking about? You may try to hide it from me, but this map reveals all. The map? Yeah, guys, I can't read that. Let me know what it says in the comments, alright? Spared no expense. Facing your fear doesn't make you strong. It just means you have good eyesight. Don't know about that, Elaine. To love my life, my moon, and my stars, I will love you forever no matter what. From Jose to Isa. Life is but a beautiful garnish that will unveil itself when it's all said and done. Okay. Okay, wait. I can read some of this. I can read. All right. Hi, domo. Which is kind of like, just hello. I don't know what that kanji is. But just こちらのゲームは楽しいんですが、こちらのゲームは楽しんでますか? 楽しんでますか? I think that's what it is. I think it's just saying, was this game fun, basically. Don't know what the bottom part is. I'm not gonna bother. Sorry for my pronunciation, my bad pronunciation, but never tell yourself that you're not good enough. Jeff Zimmer. Yep, listen guys, that's a good one. I mean, it's okay to, you make mistakes, and that's fine. Don't beat yourself up over it, but say, look, I messed up, and I need to get better, and then improve on that. All right. So yeah, you're maybe you're not good enough, but you don't need to tell yourself that. You beat yourself up enough doing, going through life. So keep positive. Enjoy everything. That's a interesting one. What if getting tortured, huh? I feel like a weird person would enjoy that. But yeah, sure, enjoy everything. Enjoy lots of things. If I was a seagull, I would fly as far as I could. I would fly to faraway places and sing for many people. Okay, Louise. Don't know that one. Sorry, guys. There's a power that comes from deep inside of you because every day you're reaching towards the light. That one's not bad, not bad, Azaz. Is humanity headed in the right direction? Well, that's not even a quote. That's a question, Michael. Come on. My greatest joy in this swiftly passing life is bringing happiness and peace to my soulmate, my wife. Beautiful. A squared for life. Andrew and Alexis, Molnar. Nice. Don't know that kanji. Sorry. I gotta increase my knowledge. I'll do it one day. Fireworks. Okay. Mid messages, guys. You could do a lot better. Where is it? Where's the treasure? This isn't a map. Then what is it? How should I know? Alright, well, guys, I thought we were gonna get some explanation. Is this just like a little extra thing? Okay, where are we? There's one more left. Right. We can get up there. I swear we already did this one. What does this do? Wait, hold up. I see. I should be able to make that jump. And just like that, said that was the last one, should be the final monolith of the game. So what did they say, huh? Said they were hieroglyphs, right? What are you on them? Clover, Amor. No. Clover, what? That doesn't even make sense. Even mean? What does that even mean? Sorry. I don't. What is the Amor thing? Oh, no, that's the last name. Right. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Clover, Amor. It's Clover. Is that it? That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is just kind of like a small game, but I think it's a indie game, right? Is that just like referencing small games? I think so. But yeah, just smaller game, smaller artists. So you know, not bad. Like I said, visuals and music, very solid stuff. Just kind of weird way to go about it. Even the ending wasn't necessarily super satisfying. Kind of was you know, not 100% agreeable. But just kind of said that. Then we didn't get it. We never found out who the random girl was. I guess just some random actor off frickin' Facebook. Facebook, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's it. That's done. I'll go over more in the review, but I hope you guys did enjoy. And yeah, let me just stop the yapping and do some more yapping, more in-depth yapping in my review. See y'all there. On to the review. Welcome to the review with number 11 now in Evan's Remains. With our first kind of story game, we have a bit to get into here, so let's go ahead and get started. First, we start with the positives, which are the visuals and the music. Both are actually quite good for being a smaller game. The visuals are very pleasing to look at, and both the sound design and the music are also very solid, and helps to portray the feelings in the various scenes. The overall mood of the game is solid as well, making you feel the emotion in whatever scene is happening. The parkour is also solid, little cute puzzles that aren't too incredibly hard and will still sometimes get you to use your brain to work through them. This was the best part of the actual gameplay in the game. Now, getting to the negatives. Number one is the sheer amount of dialogue. I mentioned this multiple times throughout the playthrough, but there's a ton of dialogue, which sometimes isn't a problem if you execute on it, but unfortunately I would say at least 50% of the dialogue is inane blather that just had me wanting to skip it while playing. I will say though, looking back, I was a little harsh on some of it, especially some of the more plot related dialogue, although there was still too much of it. Now, that's one thing, but the big issue, of course, is within the story game itself. If you are a story game, the number one thing you need is a good story. And considering dialogue was at least half, if not more of the gameplay, it definitely needed to be good. Unfortunately, it wasn't up to par. While it wasn't the worst, and I think some people will get more out of it than others because it is a bit subjective, it still seems like they didn't do it justice. It almost seems like they tried to do a very complicated story with a huge reveal at the end, but their story writing skills were unfortunately not up to the task. Let's go over some of these problems. Number one, because they went for a big reveal and the specific big reveal they did, it means that a lot of the dialogue was completely useless, and in order to make up for that, it better be a very good one, and it just wasn't. There are quite a few things that I either don't understand or just don't agree with. Let's go through a list here. Number one, Dices or Vanille talks to herself all throughout the game, and it was in order to keep the reveal a secret, but now looking back at it, it makes no sense. She knew all along, and she was talking to herself, and she was talking to others that were in on the plan, like she didn't know them, and it just didn't make any sense. The performance she's putting on is inhumanly possible. It's like they wiped her memory for it and then gave it back to her right before the reveal. Number two, because they didn't show anything of the outside world, there was a lot of questions left unanswered and just straight plot holes, such as they are in such an incredibly technologically developed society and they're not even trying to cure the disease that they have. Also, to change the structures, they used a portal, but yet there was no sign of it when we played through it. As far as we know, you can tell when the portal is open, like when Andre does it when he's talking to Evan. I could talk about a couple other things too, but this review will go on for too long as it already has, so I'll just cut it there. And last but not least, number three, I just straight don't necessarily agree with what they did. Sure, it made Clover's last days good before he passed, but it caused his baby sister to die alone without her brother. They made him take days to try and research this made up message only to end up poisoning him, so that not only did he not have any time with his actual sister, but his life was cut even shorter than it already was. They deceived him, and Clover seems like an earnest type of guy, that if you gave him the choice, I believe that he would have chosen to stay with his sister until the end. That is not something you should decide for yourself. You shouldn't decide how someone spends their last days. If he was alone and only he has the disease, maybe it would have been a bit better, but even so, in my opinion, it's better to die on my own terms rather than live a lie. That's just my take on the story and why I didn't think it was the best, but I'll leave that up to you. The price of this game was $7, so it was a pretty fair price. Overall, there were a couple good themes to take away, pretty music and visuals, and a cheap, nice little experience to come from this. So because of these things, I will have to give Evans Remains a rating of 5.5 out of 10. Not the worst, but not the best. Thanks for tuning into the series. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm glad I can play these not as popular games to see if there are a couple hidden gems among the masses, and to show these experiences to all of you as well. We haven't found our diamond in the rough yet, but I'm sure we will. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.